Welcome to the first episode in a long time. I think since my Batman review. So that was January, February? When the heck did that movie come out? March. March 3rd. So my first review since March. So not that long. Welcome back to Michael's Multiverse of Movie Madness. I review all kinds of movies, mostly DC and Marvel though. Obviously. DC. Marvel. I'm trying to look for. I'm live on YouTube. Usually I do Facebook. I'm trying to do my channel so I can share it out. And suddenly my brain stopped working of how I'm supposed to find your channel. There we go. Live video. There we go. So I'm going to share this out. This is my Doctor Strange. And the title, I'm going to explain it in a minute here. I'm just going to send this out. The title, Doctor Strange, Illuminati, The Last Stand. I'm going to explain that. We're going to do a spoiler review. This is going to be my shortest review of all time, guys, because I'm not going to have much to say about this. Honestly, it felt like 3 hours, and it may have been 2.5. I don't remember what the running time is, but it's definitely time in my life that I'm never going to get back. So, is it the worst Marvel movie of all time? Let's talk about that. Let's talk about what I did like. We're going to talk about that later on. But first, I am going to ring this thing out and tell you all the bad stuff. As soon as I share this out to my group, the Nerd Multiverse, on Facebook, we are about 400 members strong, if I'm not mistaken. To double check that. Live now with my review. This is my channel, Daytona Mike 24, and I know I haven't been active lately. I haven't really been watching many movies lately. I did watch the Book of Boba Fett. If you guys would like me to, I can review that. I don't really feel like that's necessary. I kind of had a clever name for that one, though. Tune in, and I definitely want to see you guys active in the comments. I'm going to bring up the comments section. I will reply to them, but this is going to be my shortest review, maybe of all time, guys. Tune in and comment, okay? That's going out to the Nerd Multiverse, and I'm just going to post this on my wall real quick. Guys, after No Way Home ended, at the end, in the end credits, we got this teaser trailer for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. And it was exciting to see Sam Raimi's characters come back in that movie, and then to hear Sam Raimi was directing this film was exciting. To have him back in the Marvel universe, but now in the MCU. Tune in and comment at Doctor Strange. I can't actually. Is it a page? No, can't actually tag it. I guess you can do hashtag Doctor Strange. Hashtag Doctor Strange. Strange. The Multiverse of Madness. There we go. Okay, so like I said, this is going to go by real quick. So we got the teaser for this movie, and other than the WandaVision connection, the teaser didn't blow me away, didn't interest me, didn't intrigue me. What intrigued me was the hype on the internet talking about I knew Patrick Stewart, and this is spoilers. I'm not bothering with doing a regular review because the movie was terrible. So I'm just full out spoilers. And the movie's been out now for like a week or so. So I figure most people have seen it by now. So spoilers, if you haven't seen it, turn this off, save it, watch it later. Click like and subscribe. Smash that button, as the kids would say. I'm wearing my Fat Thor shirt tonight. I got Mjolnir, and Baby Groot is up there. Yeah, dude. So wasn't interested in this movie. Heard Patrick Stewart was going to be in it. Not quite sure what they were going to do with that. They did kind of tease Quicksilver and WandaVision to be like, hey, we're going to do X-Men at some point. Did they do X-Men? The title of this episode is called Illuminati: The Last Stand, and we're going to get into that. Holy crap, this was a terrible movie. Jeez. So I wasn't excited about it. Interested to see what they're going to do with Patrick Stewart. And when you throw around the word multiverse, literally anything is possible. So I was excited to see, are we going to see an Iron Man? Are we going to see, Captain America? And we got to see Captain Carter, which I'm going to talk about that later. But your expectations get a little high, especially from the No Way Home, Sam Raimi directing. Caden is watching, my favorite dirt racer. What's up, buddy? I'm doing spoilers, so if you haven't seen this movie, you're screwed. But thanks for tuning in and share it. Click like and subscribe. Smash that button. So this movie was terrible in that it was super predictable. The internet predicted most of it. New Rockstars predicted most of it. It had some surprises. It had some humor. Right off the bat, it starts with the pizzazz in your face, wow moments, and it's kind of exciting, and but it's literally a toilet bowl swirl going down into the sewer the rest of the movie, and it never gets better. Right off the bat, he's at Christine's wedding. She's marrying another dude, and she orders a red wine, or she's got a water or something. He turns the friggin' water to wine at a wedding. That's a blatant disrespect of Christianity and Catholicism, whatever. Very disrespectful right off the bat. And Caden says he didn't like it either. Thank God I'm not the only one, because I saw it with Troy, I saw it with Daniel. Both of them liked it on some different level, and they can probably comment and tell you what they liked about it. It just, America Chavez or whatever, her character was interesting. I'd really like to do an IMDb search. I'm 90% sure this girl was in the Supergirl show, and I think she's been in something else because she looks eerily familiar. Dude, like, holy crap, this movie was just, it was just like every horror movie cliche was in there. So everything they tried to do just didn't work with me, didn't impress me. Like Troy said, that the action is good. The fight sequences, the CGI and the special effects is, it's great. It's on point. But they really felt like they just did this movie just to do it. Just to say they could do it, just to do it. It didn't change anything. It didn't progress the MCU any further. It didn't expand it any further. Unless you want to say that, and spoiler, John Krasinski as Reed Richards. Unless, like Troy said, the fact that Reed Richards exists in a parallel universe could mean that on some level his doppelganger exists in our Earth 616. Why is our Earth 616? What is Earth Prime? If you read Marvel Comics, please, in the comments, help us newbies or uneducated people. So that would mean that Reed Richards and Charles Xavier exist on Earth 616. We just haven't seen them. They could have been there the whole time. They could have been moving into Avengers Tower like New Rockstars looked like they were setting up for. As soon as I heard Baxter Foundation, I knew that was coming in. The Captain Marvel thing about her friend being Captain Marvel instead of her, and the name Illuminati is so stupid. Why aren't the Avengers, the Defenders, like is that from the Marvel comic books? Did really the smartest people in the Marvel universe call themselves the Illuminati? I mean, how stupid is that? That can't be comic book canon. Please tell me that's not canon. Bro, it didn't progress the MCU any further. It didn't give us any kind of crossovers or any further. They didn't bring Phil Coulson back to life. We could have got Phil Coulson, could have got Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., could have mixed all kinds of things. These are things that I want to see. I don't know who likes Dark Marvel. Like, for me, I thought Dark Marvel was like gritty rated R Marvel, like Punisher, Daredevil, even Luke Cage. That's the kind of, this is the more like Ghost Rider. And there were even some John Constantine aspects in there. Christine got a little Constantine with those the damned, the souls of the damned or whatever. I kind of like that little Constantine flair in there. Kane says, as far as I can remember, that name wasn't comic book based, but not 100% on that. Since I'm live, you can do a Google search for me. I really want to know what the Marvel fans think of this. I've heard that they're upset about how he treated the X-Men. And this was supposed to be a short review. I'm already 12 minutes in. I'm going to try to keep this under 20 minutes, folks. But basically, I walk into this movie with these hopes from what I've seen online. I see John Krasinski. I see Agent Carter. I saw Patrick Stewart. I knew that. So they're literally like, here's all the things you want to see in the MCU. Like, here, child, here is an ice cream cone. It's your favorite ice cream cone, but no, you can't have it. That's what this friggin' movie was. Literally, why I call this The Last Stand. It was X-Men 3 all over again. Literally, Xavier comes out, and he goes like this to Wanda. And I'm like, Jean Grey! We got Jean Grey in here! I'm like Jurassic Park. I'm like, Dotson, we got Dotson here! Jean Grey. We had Jean Grey, the sequel. And of course, Patrick Stewart dies again. I mean, you take the worst movie in Marvel, X-Men 3. Everyone can agree. There's not a single good thing about X-Men 3. Not one single thing. You take that, unless you hated the actors and you enjoyed watching them die, then good for you. But for me, I had fell in love with those characters. X-Men 2 is one of the greatest, my favorite movies of all time. Just movies, not just superheroes. Favorite superhero movies of all time. It's up in my top 20 easily. If we're talking X-Men movies, it's like First Class, X-Men 2. But, dude, like, you saw where they went wrong with that, and you did it anyways. Why? What fan base are you gaining out of this? Unless they, I mean, I don't know if this was rated R, but it damn sure should have been. Because no way you're taking a kid younger than 10 years old. This is the stuff of nightmares. It's horror. It's gore. I don't know how. I guess there was minimal cursing, and that's how it wasn't rated R. I don't know what passes for R these days, but for my Christian followers, man, consider this movie rated R. Consider it pure demonic, just Satan worship, and just write it off completely. Wanda dies. Doctor Strange meets a cosmic Charlize Theron and runs off to fix something he broke. Doctor Strange gets a third eye, whatever the crap that thing is that made the other Doctor Strange kill a bunch of people. And that is the only changes to the Marvel Universe. And Wong had a girlfriend that died. A lot of the sorcerers died. There's minimal changes to our universe, 616, that we know. And this was just, I compared it to watching fireworks. Because it's like, you sit there and you watch fireworks. And you've seen fireworks your whole life. they're very rarely any different from the last time you saw a big fireworks display, minus Disney. Disney goes all out and they do all kinds of crazy stuff. But if you're doing your standard, like on the beach fireworks display, New Year's, 4th of July, it's all the same. This is what this movie was. It's everything you've already seen. It's everything you know you're going to see. It's just like, ooh, wow, shiny CGI effects. You know, bim, bim, bim. And then it's over. And you're like, oh, okay. I thought I was going to see something new. I thought I was going to see something fun. It's not fun. It's funny. There are humorous moments, but it's not fun. There's zero fun. There's many like, I had many like, moments, and then I got the wind taken out of my sail. Every time I clapped, it was just like, nope, not allowed to be excited. So Caden says the Illuminati was actually a thing formed in the Marvel comics. So forgive me, Stan Lee, that's on you, buddy. Or whoever created it. I don't know. That's your fault. It's still beyond stupid. It's a stupid name. They couldn't come up with anything better than that. Super cool to see Haley Atwell. So I'm going to go into positives here because I really just don't want, I can trash this movie all night. We're already at 20 minutes, so I'll just change gears to positives. Right off the bat, I love the American Chavez kid. She was a great actress, I liked her moral debate of do I trust Strange or not. I loved Rachel McAdams and her whatever parallel Earth version of her that was Christine was great. That was great. Heartbroken, since that Strange was dead on that planet, really wanted our Strange to go marry that Christine, be the Sorcerer Supreme on that planet, leave Wong here for us, and then, Chavez can go get him if we need him, and that would have been a nice send-off, it would have been a nice end to his story, and he still could go on a third adventure. They could easily pull him from that universe at any time now. I was going to put featuring Doctor Strange, featuring Dora the Explorer in the title, because the whole time I'm like, this is Dora, right? It's multiverse. It's Dora the Explorer from that movie, Dora the Explorer. Speaking Spanish, I was waiting for the monkey to come out. I mean, no, man, whatever. Good for them for being inclusive. Not trying to be like that, but still, dude, just I'm supposed to be listing positives. I'm getting sidetracked. So I love Christine. Benedict Cumberbatch's acting is fine. It's great. Wong is great as always. Wong did not disappoint. And that was one of my big cheer moments of seeing Wong. The actors who play the twins, Wanda's twins, perfection. Bit of a shame we didn't see White Vision or New Vision, whatever this new version of Vision is. I don't know how you have Wanda and her boys without Vision. So that didn't make sense to me either. Especially in a multiverse, you'd think Vision would be around somewhere. Otherwise, who planted the seed of those children? Are they still from Mephisto in every universe? And where the ever-loving Mother Superior is Mephisto? I'm sitting there hearing about demons, darkholds, all kinds of this stuff, and I'm like, Mephisto? Mephisto? There's Mephisto. There he is. No, he's not. He's still not here. So for you fan theorists that want Mephisto, you're not getting Mephisto. Sorry. You'll have to wait for another film. So things I liked, love John Krasinski as Reed Richards. He sounded super intelligent. I was a little worried he was going to be too comical, kind of in a Hal Jordan kind of way. kind of a Ryan Reynolds, but he pulled it off. He sounded super intelligent. He sounded like he belonged there. Super cool chills to hear him talk to Strange like they were like, on the same level. Not like Reed is like a new guy, like he's fully established. This is just their repertoire. The guy with the fork on his head, Black Bolt. He reminded me of kind of a Watchman type character. He gave off this real Watchman vibe, where he was kind of like Dr. Midnight, I think that's his name, where he could just obliterate people at will whenever he saw fit for the greater good or whatever. So that was a bit DC for Marvel. I don't know much about that character. I'm sure new rock stars will teach me about him, but really not interesting. And did John Krasinski, did Reed Richards ever blow it by telling Wanda what Black Bolt's ability was? She had no knowledge of this guy. He's not from her universe. She doesn't know what he can do. She doesn't know that he can wipe her out just by coughing, like literally corona death. Not to make light of corona. Sorry for all those who died and your loved ones. But I'm just making the analogy of the germs coming out of his mouth and instantly killing someone. So all he had to do was literally say Black Bolt or do it. And instead, he runs his mouth, goes off all half-cocked Boy Scout. Black Bolt here can take you out with a single verse of breath. What mouth? I was like, dude, you guys are doomed. You're beyond doomed. Daniel made a good point. The friend of Captain Marvel, and forgive me, I can't remember her name, the lieutenant or whatever she was friends with in the movie. Her becoming Captain Marvel was fantastic. She was a badass. It took me a good 45 seconds to figure out who she was because she looked so different. But it was cool to see that. Mordo, the actor who plays Mordo, great job. Disappointed that it was a parallel Mordo, and that scene with Steven, when it comes down to the two of them, was well written. I know I'm forgetting someone. Patrick Stewart is Patrick Stewart. He's not better. He's not worse. He's always there. He's always 100. I don't know that he cares about what he's doing, or maybe he knows something we don't, or maybe he was really just like, I'm playing Picard. I really don't want to do these Marvel movies anymore, even though all I have to do is. I did like the scene of when he goes in her mind and she's like buried under the rubble because the Darkhold took over her and created the Scarlet Witch is apparently separate personality from Wanda. They're not one and the same. Wanda's the good Avenger, the hero person. Scarlet Witch is the evil person. So to see him almost pull her out, but then he stops and turns around to look at it, and I'm like, if you just keep pulling, she will come out and she could overpower this thing. But he gave up, and so he died. And Captain Carter lasted as long as she could, and then Haley Atwell. My heart, being such a big Captain America fan, I've been an Agent Carter fan. Other than watching the show Agent Carter, I didn't really get interested in that. I've been a huge Haley Atwell fan. So great to see her play the live-action version of the what-if character, Captain Carter. Broke my heart to see her cut in half by her own shield. How many times does that thing frisbee boomerang and she catches it, but because Wanda throws it at a different rate of speed, it cuts her in half? That's total BS. I hope we get to see the Watcher bring that the what if Avengers, because I really liked in the end, I liked that the plot of What If was just to bring each one of these unique characters out of their universe to save the greater universe. That was really cool concept, and something I didn't like. What If at first? Not sure if this evil Strange that got a hold of the Darkhold is the version from What If. Not probably is. Can't say for sure. I felt like it was a different version. Um, it did surprise me to see Strange, and it shouldn't have surprised me. It was right there under my nose the whole time. This movie was about the journey of American Chavez becoming a superhero or heroine. Sorry, and her journey and her path to that. And it's a standard when you look at it from the end of the movie. You're like, oh, I was there the whole time. But once he started giving the "I believe in you, you can do it" speech, I was like, oh yeah, she's gonna do it now. It's your typical thing. Like I said, it's fireworks, it's pizzazz, and then it ends, and you're just like, I was just like, why? I knew this was going to be terrible. I went to go see it anyways. There was nothing I missed. Man, it sucked. Is it? So I asked earlier, is it the worst Marvel movie of all time in the MCU? Yes. As far as movies I didn't like go, Iron Man 3 was up there for a long time. Didn't like Black Panther when I saw it. The first time, I wasn't really impressed by it. But I also saw Bootleg, so the effects didn't really grab me. The story didn't grab me, and I watched it by myself, so it was not a good experience the first time around. Some of my least favorite MCU movies. Captain Marvel, for sure. Captain Marvel is definitely not a rewatch for me. I think I rewatched it with my mom, and it was slightly better, but it's definitely not one I would watch every year. So if Spider-Man No Way Home was here, Doctor Strange was down in the basement. It's Multiverse of Madness. I didn't really like the first Doctor Strange the first time I saw it either. I think that took a second watch for me to even like it. So this definitely got a big 2 thumbs down for me. Post-credit scene was 2 thumbs down. Thumbs up for Bruce Campbell being in a Sam Raimi film. Thumbs up for Danny Elfman. Soundtrack, perfect. Loved it. All of his stuff. Oh, extremely stupid. The good and bad Strange fight off in a battle of musical notes. Now, unless you are a band geek or someone that plays and can read music, no one understands why you're choosing notes to throw at somebody. Also, why do the notes bounce off his chest, but when they come at his face, he's like, maybe I should start dodging these. That really, I didn't understand that at all. So forgive me for not being educated in music and not knowing why this artsy battle of notes was happening or what it represented and meant. I'm sure new rock stars will break it down and explain it for me, but I am thoroughly pissed off at this movie. I highly recommend that you ban it, that you don't go and see it. If it's on Disney Plus, you don't allow your kids to watch it. Like I said, it should be considered rated R. It's blatantly disrespectful. Oh, one good quality. Here it is. And if you stuck around for this, for my Christian family, my coastal family, there's a moment. So Wanda's been overtaken by the Darkhold. The Scarlet Witch is the evil version of her. She's killing people, yet she keeps referring to herself as "I'm not a monster. I'm not a monster." Like, her thing is, she's like a pissed off mama bear. Her kids were taken away from her. She'll do anything to get them back. This really great moment is written in there, and we'll call it Wanda's redemption, because they finally give up trying to fight Wanda, and they were just like, you know what? And kudos to letting American Chavez do this. Another good reason why I like her, and I look forward to seeing her in future projects. She was like, you know what? I'm just going to let you have what you want. Here you go. You want it so bad. There you go. I'm going to give it to you. And Wanda goes full Wanda, knocking things down in the same way she hurt the people of Westview. She hurt her own kids. And she had to sit there and I'm going to get emotional, but she had to see that she was, in fact, the monster. And she was hurting her own children. And that Strange was right. And that, or Chavez was right. That the Wanda of that reality was their mother. And that she couldn't replace them. No matter how badly she wanted them. She couldn't replace that Wanda. That realization when she just breaks down and then Wanda touches her face was like, wow, that was a heavy scene. Really great, whoever wrote that and put that in there. And Troy said it like this. They said they didn't beat Wanda. They let Wanda beat herself. And I really like that. So thank you, Troy. Really, really difficult as parents when we want what's best for our kids. We don't want to be the monster that our parents were, or whoever our aggressor was that we claimed we were going to be better than. And then one day we wake up and we look at ourselves in the mirror and we realize we were actually turning into that monster without realizing it. So that was a heavy thing. And despite all the demons and the Satanism and all the negativity, there's this one wonderful moment where she decides, like, kind of a Doc Ock throwback, almost to Spider-Man 2, Sam Raimi film, when Doc Ock takes over when he changes from evil to he's going to change the evil arms to what he wants it to be. He's going to bring down the machine and save everyone instead of hurting everyone to get what he wants. She starts bringing this down and she's like, no one is ever going to be tempted by the Darkhold again. And it turns out she erased the Darkhold from every universe somehow, magically, somehow. We escaped somehow. Let's go. Didn't really explain that one, but the beautiful moment comes from, this is a dark thing. It's covered by clouds. It's evil. The demon things all bow down to her, which again, totally predictable. Predictable that Wong survived because he falls on a cloud, and I'm like, dude ain't dead, even though realistically he should have internal bleeding, broken bones. He should be dead, but magically, Sorcerer Supreme, if he had a floating cape that could have cushioned the fall, maybe like a leaf falling, something. But no, we're just supposed to believe that magically he fell off a cliff and pancaked and was fully intact. I told the guys, I was like, he took a power nap. He took a freaking power nap and then woke up. Oh, I'm ready to go. Let's try round 2. 66 Batman up the wall with his little magic lasso, which I think it's so funny he has to use that. And he can't fly. Strange can fly, maybe because of the cape, but he can't fly. Probably the cape. It's probably the cape that can fly. Oh, and a stupid part, the bike was holding the cape down. The cape is magical, but couldn't escape a motorcycle laying on top of it. That was really stupid. That was bad writing. Poor writing, I should say. So the beautiful moment is Wanda's crumbling the tower thing that's evil, and the light. It's nice that I'm under the light. The white light shines in the darkness right on her. And you see that the light, the goodness, the purity washes out the evil and breaks the darkness. And in the end, the light won. And that, I was just like, thank you, Jesus. At least there was some hope and all this darkness and all this and all these people that you love, you're watching them get murdered and brutally murdered, I might add, for no good reason. And she wanted to be with her kids. We all get that. We saw WandaVision. Um, it's just a waste of time. It's a waste of time. Thor: Love and Thunder is coming out. Taika Waititi directed. Guardians are going to be in it. That's going to be the movie of the summer, as far as Marvel goes. That's gonna knock our socks off. It's gonna be great. Christian Bale's in it. Looked like Natalie Portman worked out to play this role of female Thor. If female Thor is anything like female Loki, we're in for a good treat. As far as the trailer looks, the movie looks fantastic. So all in for that one. Really disappointed in this. Really interested to see what Kevin Feige has to say. I'm not sure what movie we get next. Top Gun. Top Gun's coming out. Troy and Daniel and I are going to go see Top Gun. If you're in the Broward County area, you'd like to go, we go to Silver Spot. Or I may go and try this 40X down at Dania Point Regal because they got the moving seats. That would be kind of cool. I don't know. I might get sick. I'm not sure if the motion sickness would get me. It got me a couple times in this movie. I had to close my eyes. We're spiraling a lot. I'm done, guys. That's it. Click like, subscribe. If there's a movie or television show you want me to review, post it in the comments. Follow us, Michael's The Nerd Multiverse on Facebook. This has been Michael's Multiverse of Movie Madness. That is literally the good thing that I took from this movie is I got an awesome name that perfectly describes my movie reviews and my podcast. Everything about me is just a vast multiverse of different universes of Marvel, DC, Star Trek. I'm interested to watch the Halo series. I'm interested to watch the Star Trek shows on Paramount. I do Netflix. I do Hulu. HBO and Disney, obviously. Obi-Wan is coming up. Obi-Wan Kenobi! McGregor! Hayden Christensen, man. The rematch of the century. The rematch of the rematch of my life, man. This is gonna be great. I think it's gonna be better than Luke, Vader, and Jedi, honestly. And that's one of my favorite fights. So it's definitely got to be better than A New Hope. Anything is better than A New Hope. The lightsaber battle. I mean, the movie itself is the greatest movie of all time, but weakest lightsaber fight of all time. Understandably. All right, guys. I said this was going to be a short review. It ended up being 40 minutes anyways. Turns out I had more to say about it. Apparently the Illuminati was real. That was a real canon comic book thing. So I look like the dumb one, but I don't care. Don't call yourself the Illuminati. Call yourself something more clever. All right, guys. Smash the like button. Subscribe. Follow. Facebook. Instagram. Daytona Mike 24. Or it might be 924. Yeah. That's it. Don't really have any shout-outs to do unless you're in Broward County. Come to Coastal Community Church in Parkland or Lighthouse Point. Park by the ports if you're traveling to Fort Lauderdale Airport or Port Everglades. Self-parking with courtesy shuttles. Look up parkbytheports.com. Reserve your spot today. It's the lowest rates in Broward County for traveling and self-park. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. You guys are awesome. Stay. Wow. Stay awesome, true believers. That's what we say. Can't remember what Stan used to say, but stay awesome, true believers. Have a good night. God bless. Jesus loves you. Do good to others. make a positive impact on the world. This movie was not positive.